In the heart of the savannah, nestled between mighty baobab trees, lay the village of Kwasi. The villagers lived in harmony with the land, their lives intertwined with the rhythm of the seasons, and at the center of it all was Kofi, a young boy with a spirit as wild and free as the wind. One day, as the sun painted the sky with hues of orange and gold, Kofi stumbled upon a hidden glade deep in the forest. There, beneath the watchful gaze of the ancient trees, he discovered a sparkling pool fed by a crystal-clear stream. But what caught his eye was not the beauty of the water, but the shimmering figure of a mermaid gracefully swimming within, enchanted by her presence. Kofi approached cautiously, his heart pounding with excitement. The mermaid, named Amani, smiled warmly at him, her eyes twinkling. Like the stars above, "Who are you, young one? And what brings you to my home?" she asked, her voice as melodic as the songs of the birds. "I am Kofi, a villager from Kwasi," he replied, awe and wonder evident in his voice. "I have never seen anything as magical as you before." Amani chuckled softly, the sound like gentle waves caressing the shore. "And I have never met a human as curious and brave as you, Kofi. But be warned, not all who encounter me are filled with kindness." With a flick of her tail, Amani vanished beneath the surface, leaving Kofi alone with his thoughts. Determined to prove his friendship, Kofi returned to the village and shared his discovery with the elders. They listened with interest, warning Kofi of the dangers that lurked in the depths of the forest. Undeterred, Kofi returned to the glade day after day, bringing offerings of fruits and flowers to Amani. Over time, they forged a bond unlike any other, sharing stories and secrets as the sun danced across the sky. But one fateful night, as the moon hung low in the sky, tragedy struck Kwasi. A ferocious storm swept through the village, leaving destruction in its wake. Homes were destroyed, crops were ruined, and many villagers were injured. In the aftermath of the storm, Kofi turned to Amani for guidance, his heart heavy with sorrow. Together, they devised a plan to save the village, drawing upon Amani's deep connection to the water spirits. With her guidance, Kofi rallied the villagers, inspiring them to work together to rebuild their homes and replant their fields. They toiled from dawn till dusk, their determination unwavering in the face of adversity. And as they worked, Amani used her powers to bless the land, bringing forth rains to nourish the parched earth and heal the wounds of the storm. Slowly but surely, Kwasi began to thrive once more, stronger and more resilient than ever before. In the end, it was not just the village that was saved, but the bond between humans and mermaids that grew stronger with each passing day. And as Kofi looked out upon the village he loved, he knew that no storm could ever break the spirit of Kwasi, as long as they stood together, hand in hand, with the magic of friendship ting their way. As the seasons turned and the village of Kwasi flourished once more, Kofi continued to visit Amani in the enchanted glade. Their friendship deepened, their laughter echoing through the forest as they shared adventures and dreams. But amidst the joyous celebrations and bountiful harvests, whispers of a new threat began to spread through the land. Rumors spoke of a fearsome dragon that had awoken from its slumber in the mountains, breathing fire and casting a shadow of fear over the neighboring villages. Determined to protect his home, Kofi sought counsel from Amani. Knowing that her wisdom surpassed that of any mortal, together, they devised a plan to confront the dragon and restore peace to the land. Armed with courage and determination, Kofi set out on a journey to the mountains, accompanied by a band of brave villagers and guided by Amani's knowledge of the ancient paths. As they ventured deeper into the mountains, they encountered challenges beyond their wildest imagination: treacherous cliffs, raging rivers, and fierce creatures lurking in the shadows. But with Amani's guidance and Kofi's unwavering resolve, they pressed on, their spirits undaunted by the perils that lay ahead. Finally, they reached the dragon's lair, a cavernous chamber filled with the echoing roar of flames. With a deep breath, Kofi stepped forward, his heart pounding with fear and anticipation. But instead of the fearsome beast they had expected, they found a creature in pain. Its scales dulled, and its eyes filled with sorrow. The dragon, named Jengo, had been driven mad by the darkness that had consumed his heart, and his fiery rage had brought only destruction and despair. Moved by compassion, Kofi approached Django, offering him words of understanding and empathy. He spoke of the beauty of the land and the importance of harmony between all living creatures, weaving a tapestry of hope and healing with each heartfelt word. And as the light of compassion pierced through the darkness, a miracle occurred. Django's rage began to subside, replaced by a sense of peace and clarity. With tears in his eyes, he apologized for the pain he had caused and vowed to use his strength to protect the land, rather than destroy it. Together, Kofi, Armani, and Django returned to Kwasi, where they were greeted as heroes by the villagers who had feared for their safety. And as they stood together beneath the stars, a new era of peace and cooperation dawned over the land, guided by the power of friendship and the enduring spirit of Kwasi. As Kofi approached Django, he felt a wave of empathy wash over him. He could sense the pain and anguish that consumed the once mighty dragon. With gentle words and a reassuring touch, Kofi spoke to Django, offering understanding and compassion. "My friend, I see the torment in your eyes," Kofi began, his voice steady yet filled with empathy. "But I believe there is goodness within you, buried beneath the darkness. You have the power to choose a different path, to find peace and redemption." Django lifted his head, his fiery gaze softened by Kofi's words. For the first time in what felt like an eternity, a glimmer of hope flickered within him. Could it be possible, he wondered, to escape the chains of anger and despair that had bound him for so long? With Kofi's guidance and the support of the villagers, Django embarked on a journey of self-discovery and healing. Together, they faced the demons of his past, confronting the pain and trauma that had driven him to madness. As the days passed, Django's transformation was nothing short of miraculous. The flames of rage that once consumed him were replaced by a newfound sense of peace and purpose. He vowed to use his strength to protect the land and its inhabitants, just as Kofi had shown him. And so, with Django's newfound friendship and protection, the village of Kwasi thrived like never before. The bountiful harvests continued, and laughter once again filled the air as the people celebrated their newfound unity and resilience. As for Kofi and Armani, their bond grew stronger with each passing day. Together, they continued to explore the wonders of the enchanted glade, their friendship a shining beacon of hope and friendship for all who crossed their path. And though their adventures may have come to an end, the legacy of their bravery and compassion lived on, inspiring generations to come to embrace the power of kindness and empathy in the face of adversity.